Ladies and gentlemen, please walk this way.
In the meantime, go out and shoot travel stories of your own. You could win a Canon PowerShot A490. Stick around for the details, and I'll see you next time on Snapshots Asia with Canon.
Catch those precious moments. Snap away and win your own PowerShot A490 in one-shot memories. Seize life with Canon. Canon is giving away 4 cameras every month from August 2010 to March 2011. One-shot memory. Seize life with Canon photo contest. Open to all Philippine residents using a Canon digital camera, a PowerShot, or a digital Ixus. You may submit a maximum of 2 entries. But remember, manipulated images are not allowed.
One, two, three, break time!
Photos must be in JPEG format, no bigger than 500 KB. Entries will be judged based on the adherence to the theme, originality, creativity, technical quality, and overall impact. Send your entries to snapshotsasia.canon@gmail.com with your name, age, occupation, email address, contact numbers, and address. You may add a photo title and tell us in no more than 50 words what your shot is all about.
One, two, three, break time!
Catch the winning entries on Snapshots Asia with Canon on the Living Asia channel. And go online to the Canon Digital Cameras Philippines Facebook fan page. The entry with the most likes on the fan page also wins a Canon Pen Shop sling bag. Deadline for submission of monthly entries is on every 20th of the month. So capture those one-shot memories. Seize life with Canon. Log on to the Canon Digital Cameras Philippines Facebook fan page or www.livingasiachannel.com for more details. For DTI NCR permit number 3240, series of 2010.
Leaving Asia and the crew of Snapshot's Asia with Canon travel by Cebu Pacific.
Take 3, 4.
Maynila in the 16th century was a seat of power for native chiefs. Datus, Rajas, and a sultan. Sitting as it was on the banks of the Pasig River and near the waters of Manila Bay, Maynila was already doing brisk trade with India, China, Borneo, Indonesia. The Spanish, who had already colonized Cebu, wanted some of that action, and Maynila became the new capital of the colony in 1571. Intramuros is Latin for within walls. Completed in 1606, it's the oldest district in the city. And despite heavy restoration, Spanish-era influences remain. We set out to look for these traces of our Spanish heritage. In the facade of San Agustin Church, while walking the tranquil gardens that have transformed bastions into places of retreat, and tracing the final footsteps of Renaissance man and martyr, Dr. Jose Rizal.
If these walls could speak, what sorts of stories would they tell? Tales of bloodshed, power struggles, rich trade, and cultural exchange. These are the things that this city was built on. Luckily for us, historians have preserved these stories for us to rediscover on our own. Come walk with me through the walled city of Intramuros, right here on Snapshot's Asia with Canon.
On many of these walls, one can find markers that give tourists basic information on main points of interest. But for some real color, book a walking tour with historian and tour guide Carlos Saldrano.
He ruled over 10,000 people. Intramuros was made of bamboo.
With great dramatic flair, Carlos gives a chronological account of the founding of Manila, but with unmatched storytelling skills that simply must be experienced.
I'll take you all back to the year 1571, and I'll introduce you to a man named Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. Ladies and gentlemen, please walk this way.
He leads tourist groups from Manila Cathedral to San Agustin Church and its hallowed spaces.
Please walk this way.
And other original and restored structures rising from the cobbled streets.
A photograph of a bell tower destroyed by an earthquake in the year 1883.
Everywhere are imprints of an old city, where other cultures have found one another. Chinese, Spanish, Indian, and Malay. And then combined to make something completely other, in which history is defined as distinctly Filipino. When we come back, rediscovering Intramuros as a photographer on Snapshot Asia with Canon.
Got my heart in a spin. You reel me out and then you reel me in. What the hell am I supposed to do when I'm falling so in love with you? If you were to agree.
Before visiting a place, travel photographers usually read up on its history.
I think that you should know.
Make a list of a few very important and must-shoot places, and spend long moments soaking up the atmosphere. San Agustin Church, designated by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, dates back to 1607. Although the facade has been upgraded, these carvings are clearly from another age. Travelers find architecture an easy subject to photograph. A telephoto lens is versatile. Shoot wide or move in tight to capture textures and details. When we did our tour, it was midday. Not the best time to shoot photos, as the light is too intense. But sometimes, it's the only time a traveler on a schedule can make photographs. The trick is to look for open shade. Light becomes diffused, and colors will be deeper and vibrant. Puerto Real translates into Royal Gate. Stately processions came through these moss-covered walls and into this grand garden. Just outside is a university town, and students from nearby schools come here to enjoy the shade of old trees. Many have left their own mark.